Hi everybody, this is the Football Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion. Your host, the Hut, and of course the Football Hut. I hope you like this video and subscribe. Obviously, injuries are a big part of the NFL. A lot of players get hurt. So here we go. We're a couple of days away from the first preseason game against the Lions. And the Giants are dealing with some injuries. This is from GiantsWire.USA today. Giants, Gary Brightwell, DeVary Hamilton dealing with injuries. New York Giants entered the second day of joint practice against the Lions in Detroit with several roster bubble players sitting out. Gary Brightwell is at the most the Giants' fourth-string running back behind Saquon Barkley, Matt Breida, and Eric Gray, but is a leading candidate to return kicks this season. DeVary Hamilton is vying for a roster spot at right tackle behind Evan Neal and Matt Peart. Also taking a day off on Wednesday is veteran wide receiver Sterling Shepard, who is scheduled to have a maintenance day. In other Giants news, Anthony Barr is going to visit the team after he gets his physical from the Saints. Free agent linebacker Anthony Barr is targeting the New York Giants for his next visit, and the two sides are working to schedule a date and time, according to Josina Anderson of CBS Sports. She added that Barr passed a physical at the New Orleans Saints, but wants to take additional visits before settling on a new team. Barr, 31, spent the first 8 seasons of his NFL career with the Minnesota Vikings, earning Pro Bowl honors in 4 of them. Injuries cost him 20 games between 20 and 21, however, and he signed a 1-year deal with the Dallas Cowboys ahead of the 2022 campaign. In 14 games for Dallas, he posted 58 tackles, 1 sack, 2 fumble recoveries, and a pass defense. Early on Tuesday, ESPN's Diana Rossini reported that the Saints were expected to sign both Barr and veteran running back Kareem Hunt if the pair passed their physicals with the team. Mike Garofalo of NFL Network also reported that a Barr signing was imminent for the Saints, however. As for the Giants, signing in New York would reunite Barr with defensive line coach Andre Patterson. Barr is no longer a Pro Bowl caliber player, but he could offer the Giants more depth as both an on-ball linebacker and player off the edge. Darian Beavers is expected to start the weak side linebacker, while Kayvon Thibodeau is listed as the team's starting edge rusher on its initial depth chart. The Saints also made sense as a potential destination for Demario Davis, dealing with a calf injury, and reserve linebacker Andrew Dowell out for the year after tearing his ACL during training camp. And finally, Julian Edelman works with the Giants wide receivers on new play. New York Giants head coach Brian Daboll never sits when it comes to improving his team and inserting more innovation into his game plans. On Monday at training camp, Daboll had former New England Patriots star receiver Julian Edelman on hand to meet with the wide receiver group to discuss some possible new wrinkles to the offense. Okay, let's see. Quote, "We were just talking through a specific play that we just put in," wide out Paris Campbell told reporters afterwards. Dabs was like raving about it, and he said he was the reason that we put it in. So just kind of talking through that a little bit. He's one of the best to do it, and always good to get some insight from him. Edelman worked with Daboll in New England, and the two won 3 Super Bowls together. Edelman was actually MVP of Super Bowl 53. The former Kent State quarterback turned receiver is well known for his versatility and was willing to share his experience and expertise with the Giants. After Monday's workout, Edelman got together with several Giants players and wide receivers coach Mike Rowe to discuss a play that was specifically designed for him in Foxborough. What that play is, of course, is confidential. Campbell's excited about being involved in an offense with such esteemed minds as Daboll and offensive coordinator Mike Kafka. They're offensive gurus. They really know what they're doing. Dabs has so much in his arsenal. He plays to always keep the defense guessing. So we got a lot of different plays, a lot of different things to learn. Campbell's just one of the many weapons the Giants have amassed this offseason. Last year they had to scrounge the town midway through the season after a spat of injuries decimated the wide receiver and tight end rooms. That's all changed now. General Manager Joe Schoen has loaded up both rooms with both talent and depth since March. Quote, "We've got some guys across the board. Obviously, one that sticks out is Darren Waller. He's going to be one of those guys that gets a lot of attention. We have game plans for that, and like I said, we got a lot of different pieces, a lot of guys that can do a lot of different things. So it's going to be tough. But I'm excited. I'm excited for the season, and I'm excited for what's to come. Now, if you're excited about this video, I need you to subscribe and let me know what you think. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. A'Shawn Robinson is bringing his hard hat and lunch pail to the Giants. New York Giants activated veteran free agent defensive lineman A'Shawn Robinson off of the PUP list on Monday, in time for him to face the team that drafted him, the Detroit Lions, this week in practice, and possibly in the preseason game in Detroit on Friday night. Robinson was signed to a one-year, $8 million deal this offseason by the Giants after spending the past 3 seasons with the Los Angeles Rams, where he won a Super Bowl 2 seasons ago. Quote, "Great group of guys, they work hard. I wanted to be part of something special, so I decided to come here," end quote, Robinson told reporters. Robinson, who's 28, was drafted out of Alabama by the Lions in the second round of the 2016 NFL Draft. He played 4 seasons in Detroit before signing as a free agent with the Rams in 2020. The Giants brought Robinson in to augment a poor run defense that was 31st in the NFL in 2022, allowing 5.3 yards per attempt. Robinson is healthy now and was asked on Monday why he was on the PUP to start camp. Quote, "Why did I end up on PUP? That's something you should ask the trainers. I don't know," he said. "That's nothing for me. I'm just here to ball. I feel great. I feel fantastic. Happy to get this opportunity and to work. I'm at work. I'm a hard hat guy. I've got my lunch pail and I got my hard hat." That's good news for the Giants, as Robinson played the last 3 seasons next to the great Aaron Donald, who is widely considered one of the best interior defensive linemen in the NFL history. "I learned a lot," Robinson said of his experience with Donald. "I learned how to work. I learned how to keep that same main frame of mind. I learned how hard it is to be where he is at, when you've got to do to get where he is at. It's a tough task, but it's something that you can do." Robinson said he chose the Giants in free agency because of the talent and tenacity he's seen along the defensive front. "I love that every person's going to fight. They're going to dig claw," he said of the group that consists of veteran Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence, and Raheem Nunez-Roches. Quote, "They are going to bring their hard hat and lunch pail every day. It's not about what we see in the future. It's about controlling the now and being where your feet are. So being where your feet are. You've got to be dependable, got to be accountable, got to be tough, got to be smart," he said.